Hey, just before I start my video, I just gotta make one quick thing to say. The reason why I haven't been posting so much is because, like, basically, I've been in college and doing A-levels is quite a stressful thing to do. But I want to do it, but doesn't mean I'm coming off this. I'll be doing, like, real good stuff all the time. And I'll make sure it's the best I can do whenever I can do it. Okay? Anyway, let's begin. What's up guys, JCB here, as you know, just chilling. Anyway, what I want to make this video about is something I noticed while I've been in college anyway, about like, and in school, but in general, like, it's about motivation, as the title suggests, of course. What I've noticed is that like, there's usually a trend between like, people who want to do well and people who do well. Obviously there's a few people who don't like manage to do what they want to do, but maybe it's because they don't have the drive for it. What I noticed is that like with me, I decided that like it was best that I did stuff that I wanted to do rather than do stuff that people expected me to do. And because I wanted to do so well, for example in my GCSEs, when I was predicted like C's in English, which is like my worst subject, and I got a D and an E beforehand, I basically made it my target to do the best I could in English and try and do beyond my limits no matter what. So what I decided to do was study hard, try and get an interest in it, try and relate it to something I'm interested in. And I guess it kind of worked out because I got a B in language and A in literature. Way better than what I expected. But A-levels are different because GCSEs you can flunk them, and my teacher kind of predicted the question, so that was kind of easy. But what I'm going to say is that basically, you just gotta love what you're doing. Like, you gotta want to succeed. You can't just like expect to succeed something just because you feel like you have to, because it don't work like that. Now I'm just thinking of a few tips I could like make for people who probably have those troubles. Let's think. One, obviously you have to have a love for what you're doing. Without that, you don't have the drive. Two, you have to have a clear goal of what you want to do. And if what you want to do in the future doesn't match with what you love, you need to like think about doing something that relates to what you love. I mean, me personally, I like science and I also like music and obviously this. So I want to do something that puts them together. And for a while I've been thinking like, how am I gonna put those things together? And I'm starting to think about it. That's still something that I have to think about. Okay. Am I number 3 right? Yeah. Find a way that you can constantly like learn about the topic without having it feel like work. Like for example, what I do when it comes to science, I look up YouTube videos relating to it, not to the course, none of that academic stuff because it kind of is just like boring, but like stuff that talks about like how amazing it can be. I could give you a list of different YouTube channels down in the description. But that would be for me. You'd have to go find one for yourself if you're not into science or music or that type of stuff. Anyway, just thinking another thing. Oh yeah, number 4. Pay attention in class, because you can definitely watch all the YouTube videos you want relating to the stuff, but if you don't pay attention in class, you don't know what you're actually gonna have to like, what's gonna come up in the test. I mean, they won't tell you exactly what comes up in the test, but what what type of stuff you need to focus on. But you're always going to have a desire to learn more. Never stick at a point where you're feeling like you just want to be there and then that's it. You should always want to strive for more. Never stay slated at one point. What else? I can't really say much more. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna go say that type of bullshit crap like, I'm just an ordinary guy doing that type of shit, to be honest, because honestly, when it comes to maths and sciences, I was already quite good at it. English, I had to bring English as an exception because that was something that I really struggled with. And everyone has their things where they struggle with. You can't expect, like, there are people around the world getting A stars. I find that kind of crazy myself. Like, I have an A star in maths and physics. Partially because, like, maths is like a really easy, well, I wouldn't say it's easy because it's not easy for everyone, but I find it quite simple to get your head around, and there's a lot of just shortcuts and ways to do it. And physics is kind of just applied maths anyway. When it came to English, it was the one subject which I hated. I hated it completely. But you just need the motivation to keep it going. And with the motivation, you can do well. Believe in yourself. Don't believe you're perfect. Believe that you can always do more. And that you can always learn more. And that you can always do better. And you will do better. And believe that when anyone tells you that you can't do it, go right and prove them wrong. Because that's what I did with my English. And I hope for anyone doing any type of academic stuff, and I'm not sure if it applies to an apprenticeship, like if they're doing the GCSEs, or if there's a kid watching this doing their SATs, or whatever people do in America, of course, or anywhere else in the world. If you're doing your A-levels or your B-Techs, do it to the full of your heart. It's JCD here. I'll be tuning out. Just like, subscribe, and I'll see you later.